You're watching JD's Variety Channel. Good night to everyone out there. I have to say good night because it's 1:41 a.m. here, which seems to be when I end up making videos like this. If my face looks a little bit red, that's because just before I started, I double sneezed, and that really hurts sometimes when you double sneeze. Anyhow, I haven't done any treasure hunting since my amethyst slash metal detecting trip for multiple reasons. Number one, I've been busy. Number two, I was as sick as a dog for a few days. I got food poisoning again, and yes, it was from something completely different. Just had a bad run of luck with that. But yeah, I was really sick for a couple of days there. It was just nasty. And also, I've been having some problems with like some nerves, and I was just, it was, part of it was aggravated from digging a lot, and my right knee was stiff. So then, I was taking a break from digging, and then I was playing basketball and, loosening up for a couple of days. It was going great. And then I played a little bit of one-on-one with a guy, and I went to do a crossover, put all my weight on the right side of my body, and as soon as I kind of jerked my knee, I just got shooting pains up through the nerves right, and my buttock hurt horribly bad, and I'm feeling a lot better now. But yeah, I've been giving that a rest because I have some issues with my psoas muscle and things like that. They get aggravated when I dig a lot. So that was a lot to talk about. I have some trips lined up. I have notes here. Gotta keep some notes or I go on rambling. I got a couple trips lined up, and when I say lined up, they're not no dates yet, but I kind of have a few things in mind that I'm going to do, and some of those have to do with metal detecting, some have to do with other things, so I think you guys are really going to enjoy that. As for this video you're about to watch here, I put together a compilation of some of the abandoned houses I hunted around, which are one of my favorite places to look, because you just get that awesome feel when you're just around abandoned houses that I just love. It's a very cool, sometimes kind of eerie, but more so just reminiscent feeling, and I just love that. That's one of my favorite parts of the hobby. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back with some more content soon. I'm now detecting around this huge house. It's abandoned. I had talked to the neighbors, and they gave me permission to hunt around their place, and they told me that this place is abandoned. Probably structurally damaged. I mean, man, does it really sink in there going in towards the center of the house. Doesn't look that bad though. It's one of them places that's kind of frozen in time, like just hasn't been touched much since it's been abandoned. Anyway, I'm in a new town now, and it is bone dry here. I'm working this area slow. I already picked up 260s memorials, and right over where my detector was, I got a wheat spill. It was a 1944 and 1945 wheat in the same hole. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be more here. I know for a fact that in the area that I'm in, this is one of the most historic places. And just from a quick mosey around, doesn't seem like anybody's ever detected here before. The yard isn't too big though, so hopefully we can pull something old out of here. Okay, I'm back in the shade again. I was up by the curb. Oh, and by the way, I did the neighbors a little bit and then came back over here to do this again. I have about 8 wheats now. 2 of them from this yard. One was from the 20s and one was in 1918. I got a 1238, 1237, only about 3 inches down. Maybe not even 3 with the grass, probably 2 inches down by the curb. I figured it was just going to be a bottle cap because it's a high foot traffic area and there's trash everywhere. And to my surprise, out popped this Indian head. And it, let me see, looks like 1893. It's worn, but it's not in half bad shape as far as damage. Very nice and clear. Sweet coin. Okay, I'll keep slugging it out. There's no cloud cover today. The temperature isn't hot, but man, that sun's killer. Okay, this yard is absolutely infested with iron, so I have to keep doing multiple patterns and going slow. This might be that silver dime signal I'm looking for, but listen to the low tone next to it. There's like a foil / nickel signal right off to it. About a couple inches off to the right. So I'm going to get that junk target out of the way and try to get the other one. I'm going to do this live because after I isolated that low tone, it came up a nice 912 signal. And it's about 3 inches down. So it could be an old nickel. This could be an old spill, like maybe like a, you know, like a Jefferson and a Rosie or Buffalo and a Merc, something like that. So just in case, I'll just do it live. It's in here. It says it's in here. It is a nickel. It's a Jefferson, but it looks pretty old. Let me see it. Look, put it in the sunlight, see if I can see the date. Okay, it's in 1964. So if that other one's silver, it's probably going to be a Rosie. I'll check it out. Okay, so here's the plug for the nickel. Go a couple inches over, and it is a silver. Let's pop it out. It's a Rosie. 1964. So that's a pretty cool spill. 64 nickel and a 64 Rosie. That's awesome. Oh, I had to work for this silver today. A lot of driving, a lot of scouting, a lot of swinging, a lot of everything. And a lot of wheats this trip. But I got my silver today. Woohoo! Reporting from the shade. Anyhow, that's right about where I got that Rosie and nickel. And about a yard over from it, had a shallow 1238 signal, which I thought was going to be an old key. And I pulled up this old pendant that has flowers, and it looks like a little bit of enameling on it. And the back of it was sort of threaded through with this little piece of copper. Looks like it was gold plated. I don't think that's too old. I don't know, maybe 1960s or around in there. Just a guess. We'll go get back at it. Okay guys, check this out. I'm close to the front of the house. Yeah, the yard's kind of sloped up here. I'm not lying, I'm almost a foot deep. And down in there, I got a pocket watch. There's a thunky brass signal. I don't think it's silver, but it's a pocket watch. It's got the, there's the, it's I don't know if I broke it apart. I mean, I was down a foot already. I was just jamming the shovel in there. But there's all the gears. There's part of it there. That's the first piece I saw. And then here's the bezel, which I cracked up pretty good. It's just like pot metal anyway. Actually, it looks like it's copper. And, let's see if there's more in there. There's like tiny foil signals. That's probably little tidbits of it that chipped off. That's pretty darn cool though. Old pocket watch. Okay, I am beat, and I want to hammer this place to death before I leave because this is a long way from home. And I'm probably never going to be back here. So I told myself, starting over the front on the other side of the sidewalk, I went up and down, back and forth, who knows how many different times, and worked over a bunch of different areas, and I said, okay, one last pass. The sewer line runs diagonal, so I had to try to work the sides around it. So I said, okay, let's take that sewer line and run the same angle and go diagonal the whole way across the yard, the whole way over to here. So I did that, and I picked up 4 more wheats that were in between iron and junk and all that crap. And then I came back here, and I pulled a 60s memorial out there, and one back here. And I got a signal now. So I'm thinking it's really high pitched for in this dry ground. I think it might be like a 4-inch Rosie, silver dime. It's coming in higher than all the pennies have hit here. 1240 or 1145. You can see that on there. Can't really see too well with the cover I have on it. So hopefully it's a Merc, but being that shallow and the fact that most of the stuff coming out of here is not prior to the 50s and 40s, it may not be a Merc. Most of the stuff here is that I found is from the 50s and 60s mostly, and the wheat's from the 40s, especially like the 44s and 45s, them common ones. They would have been in circulation up until the 60s, so that's not really an indication of anything. Okay. Oh, there it is. Ah, it's a clad dime. And good morning, everyone. Out here on a brisk morning in North Carolina, and I am at a new spot. Dig a couple pieces of clad, and I got a really good signal here, so let's try this one live. Coming in 1147, 1148, about 4 to 5 inches down. Grass is really high though. It sounds better than a clad quarter, but we will see. And it's a clad quarter on edge, that's why. It's almost completely vertical. Okay, we'll keep looking. Okay, this spot's showing a little bit of promise. About 4 inches down, I got a 1966 penny, and there's another signal at the same depth, a couple inches off of it, so it might be a spill from the 60s or early 70s, so that's a good sign. Doesn't seem like anybody has hunted this little spot before, but I don't expect there to be too much old stuff here if there is any. But we will persevere. Okay, about 3 inches down, I got a solid 1141, 42 signal. I thought it was going to be a wheat penny or a brass target. I knew it wasn't going to be a regular memorial. And pulled out what looks to be a fairly old button. It still has cloth on it. I believe that is IRTC. Because it's all caps letters, so I think the first letter would be an I. Shank's bent over, but it's got some cloth on it. When I first saw it in the hole, I thought it was going to be a World War II era Great Seal button. So I'm not sure how old this is, but I would guess around that time period from the look of it. It's a cool button right there. I'm rummaging around an old site where there used to be a couple turn-of-the-century houses. It's just really trashed in through here, but I'm kind of looking for marbles and anything, just looking for surface finds in here. And there is a patch of grass on the side of an old walkway up to one of the old houses in front that it's regular dirt where they didn't really doze over. I checked they're real good, but all I found was from some old roofing, brass roofing tacks, and a couple of coins, modern coins. One went back, a couple of pennies from the late 60s, but nothing great. It found this. It's like a old drawer pull or something like that. And I just looking here back on the surface, got an old the screw type fuse. So we'll see if there's anything else interesting back here. Okay, I'm now detecting around this abandoned late Victorian style home. If I had to guess, I would say around the 1910 range for age, just to guess. Try to show it around it a bit more. Anyhow, I guess the city came back in here and chopped the grass down a bit because it's definitely huntable. Of course, there's a lot of trash around this place, and just picked up a wheat scent. Doesn't seem like there's too many good signals here, but I think it's from the 50s. So at least something. See if we can pull anything else out of here. I think someone had detected around the house before. All I found was a weedy and a real shallow clad dime. Let's take a look in here. The window's open. That's the bathroom. Would have been a really nice place back in the day. Figured I'd show this one while I'm driving. Pull off the side of the road, and that one's in rough shape there. Just got one another clip-on earring, except this one isn't silver, so I guess I'm on a earring streak. But this one's just junk. And keep looking. Got a couple quarters, dime, a penny, and an old shotgun shell head stamp, but not much. Alright guys, got a real high signal on top. I actually thought it might be trash, but there was a little bit of a solid quarter tone in with it, so I figured, oh well, might be something. I just plopped with my shovel right there and a bunch of coins went flying. Quarter, these are modern, dime, oh there's two there, 2 quarters, so that's 85 cents. There's a penny, copper, 86. That's weird. It's like I flew it all out in one little scoop. So 86 cents. If there's any more, I'll let you guys know. Sweet fill. And it's blustery out here today. Just pulled up like a notch higher than a zinc penny, which is why I dug this. Harley Davidson pendant of some sort. Looks like it's copper. So keep looking. I'm in a big open lawn now, in a shaded area because the sun's out today. So I found a shaded area and got permission. And got a 1941 wheat cent in this really fine, sandy but hard, like really hard soil. There's a lot of trees in this yard, and it's been a little dry out. So this is the worst one I've hunted yet. But it's mostly just moss. There's really not even much grass here, so there's nothing to kill. Let's try to get some more. Okay, my last target was a modern nickel, and now I finally got something interesting. There's not many targets here. It's an old button, and it's got an iron back on it, and it's really fragile. I noticed it was kind of coming apart as I was rubbing it, so I stopped. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, about a minute later, only about 3 inches down, I got a 57D Wheatie. So moving on to the other side of the yard, there's more targets. So maybe we'll get a silver or something else cool. Everything here is super shallow. I got a 1240 almost right on top of the ground. I see this quarter-sized disc. It's not going to be a quarter because of how it rang up. Kind of looks the same size as the no cash value tokens and how they ring up, so we'll see. Hopefully it's a little older. Chuck E. Cheese token. Oh, that's funny. 2004. Hey, still something different. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe for more. My next adventure is always just around the corner. Take care, and happy treasure hunting.